Hello everyone. It's been so long since we've done a crafting review with Have You Read Reviews. I'm a little, I don't know what to call myself. So today we are going to talk about the Mindf series by St. Abby, and I'll be doing diamond art. So diamond art is fun. I'm going to start with black because it's the Red Queen from Alice in Wonderland. And I really feel like black today. It's icky. Our book is black. And y'all, I got the original cover. So let's talk a little bit about what this book is. My light is not helping. Basically, it is a 5-part story of a serial killer who is taking retribution against people who I never really understood if it was people who harmed her fully or just people that harmed her and people who deserved it. I'm still a little confused, but I deeply enjoyed the story, so I'm not complaining. I actually read the series out of order because that was what was available at my library. So I literally started with book 4, then read book 1, then 3, then 2, and then I somehow got 5 for last. Not sure exactly how, but it worked. I need a 3-part here. It's dark. It's something that I found a little funny, but then again, not really the most sensitive person. It does have some teen harm. It talks about some things that were done to her and her brother, which were notorious, absolutely horrible. But that is actually how we got the story too, so I gotta pause so I can call for the kitten. She's yelling. Okay, thank you for the pause. Our little book member was so in distress because she didn't get to read it because it's not appropriate for little ones. So yeah, you know, it's one that's definitely better if you read it in order, but I pretty much understood it based on the details that I knew. Okay, sorry, little pause again. So overall, I found the characters a little cheesy at times, but also really, really connectable. Like, I understood why she and her partner in crime, who I don't want to name because I didn't know about it before I read the book, did what they did and why they did it. I completely, weirdly sympathize with that. No diamond art for Lily. But it's like the main character that she's hooked up with is a cop, which is not a spoiler. So it definitely brings in other issues into their relationship that wouldn't have happened if she hadn't been with him. But the amount of feeling and depth that the relationship has, it was definitely wow. Now, not only is this a dark romance, but there is a lot of trigger warnings in there. I think the most obvious is the amount of torture, just because of the fact it's talked about a lot. Planning, pre-planning, actual going on, investigation in the case, you know, all that stuff. So if you're not one for that, I definitely would suggest considering not reading it. Now, given it's not that bad, I gave it like a level 6. I am a little less sensitive than some though, so it's probably like a level 7, level 8. Lily's butt is slipping down. But the romance in it itself, that was really, really worth it, honestly. That was a 9 out of 10. And there is a lot of spice in there. Be prepared. It is not just the darkness. Like it says, dark romance. There's a pretty... yeah. I loved how conflicted the main character was with her romance to her partner. The basically serial killer and cop, you know. So I know it was discussed, and I know everyone has their own opinions. I personally feel like it was a coincidence that they met each other, and she took the opportunity that was presented to get close to him to see where they were at on the case, because she was probably bored. But I really do feel that she fell in love with him and that her feelings were true for him. And when he made choices that he made, it definitely pushed the book further along. But it's so hard in his position, and especially with his story plot going on, it definitely helped push the line further. But his own story plot in the story, it was intricate. I know that doesn't make sense in the sentence, but when you read the book, you'll see what I'm talking about. Which was really shocking because the book was such an easy read. It flowed really well together. There were not a large amount of large words to be confusing. It was a simple read. It also, part of it, I listened to the audiobook, and the narrator did really, really good. I loved it all. Are you all done? There's so much in this book. I got hair, I'm sorry. Which is not a small book, honestly. It is, with the epilogue, 683 pages. Now, given that's 5 books in one book. This is not just a book, it's the entire series. And you cannot buy this book off of Amazon anymore. For some weird reason, they decided it was against, the cover was against their set rules, so they had to do a secretive cover. Sorry, Crabbait just bounded up here. So if you can get your hands on this secondhand, highly recommend it because it is out of print, which made the story honestly that more drawing to me. All in all, I gave it, like, just the straight book an 8 out of 10. I mean, I know there were some people who were like, oh my gosh, how did you not rate that a 10 out of 10? But, you know, there are some things that I had questions about, some things that I felt were overused, and then there were some things I loved, like the little girl. Which brings up another warning. There is some child harm in here. It's not bad, and it actually, without being a spoiler, it's not only... The cats are doing stuff. It's not only necessary to the development of the main character, but it's also necessary to give closure for parts of the past that are introduced in this story itself. Saying it out loud, it's really a book that's going to make you feel all the feels, which, you know, it's good, and it's because when we go for our serial killer stuff, we're like, wait, I don't want to feel that. What the heck? I know. I did the voice. I know. And I just realized this Red Queen diamond art is kind of perfect for this review. So, you know, it was one that I really enjoyed. Read it pretty quick, especially because I did read it out of order, and I read 2 of the books through the Audible through my library. Yeah, my library had it. How awesome is that? But, you know, it's definitely one where I've seen a mixed review, and because of the author, which, may she rest in peace, there's a large following just because of what happened to her, which is fantastic because all of the book sales from her books go to her children and providing for them. So if you are really wanting to have the book and not particular on the cover, please go and buy it new, because all the royalties go to her children. Or do what I plan on doing. I got this because it was available at the time, out of print, and I plan on buying the other one too, because I also have friends who want to borrow it, and I don't let people borrow my out of print ones, especially in pretty good condition. I love them, but no. So if you check it out, please post your review on Goodreads, Amazon, and, if acceptable, underneath this video. Just remember, it is a dark romance. There is talk of torture. I gotta sneeze. So it's definitely one you want to go in checking the trigger warnings before you actually do it. But it's one that I don't regret reading. I actually added it to my reread shelf. I'm hoping to do so during wintertime when it's like chill. But we'll see. We'll see. All I know is that was so good I put it on my reread list. So if you like the video, please do the like, subscribe, whatever. Thanks for staying with another Crafting Reviews with HYRR. All right, guys, have a fantastic day, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this. And that is how much we did. So like 2%. Guess I gotta try for 3% in the next review. Bye.